It gets more and more depressing to do these fucking videos. So I have to look at my fucking disgusting fucking head. Holy shit. Fuck. Try not to make too much eye contact with myself. Supposed to get a haircut today, but my barber, it's Brandon Lovett's brother who does it in his basement and does the best job ever, but he's a pain in the ass to get a half hour of his time every month. So he told me Friday he's gonna cut my hair today. He said he'd let me know what time. And now here we are at 9:30 in the morning on Monday, and I still haven't heard from him. So, anyways, that's just me rambling. Lou Rawls wins 2-1. Let me start here. Jim, because he was the most recent. Jim seemed to like him, but the videos were boring and they seemed to get repetitive and run on. I get it. The Lou Rawls one, I actually forgot about that last verse. I was like, this is kind of long, but I've always liked that song. I like the little story within it. So yeah, I get that, Jim. It's hard to find videos that I think all three of you guys are gonna like. I find that to be the most challenging thing right now. But I also know pretty much now when all three of you will dislike my videos. So no more. I guess no more 2020 songs. Jay, Jay, it was very. I found it ironic that you were stretching, and it looked like the bandana you were wearing. It looked like was that Fernando Tatis, and it looked like he was stretching on your headband while you were stretching. I found it to be very like I felt like this. Oh, probably I was probably a little bit high, but it felt like I'm stretching, and the guy in my headband stretching, and I was like really kind of freaked out by that. Jay enjoyed Lou Rawls' voice. Jay, you said that Al Green looked disheveled. Is it disheveled or disheveled? I completely disagree. And Don touched on how good he looked with the sleeveless vest. I think Al Green looked amazing there. He had some James Brown white man hair going on, which I feel like in the 70s, black men tried to have white people hair because it was not definitely not an afro, but it was like wavy, like almost like feathered. I think he looked good. I think that sounded so damn good with the band. But I know you liked it. But I think he looked good. I think he looked really good. Jay was a little concerned about the weather. What else? Jason was also about Mallory and Josephine not playing softball. I feel bad for you, Jay, because yeah, I know how much you love that game, and the girls were so into it, and then they just quit cold turkey. Plus, you were coaching too, right? It just filled all the boxes there. I still look back at my kids playing sports, whether I was coaching them or just a spectator. It is probably the happiest, most fulfilled days of my life as an adult. And then watching them, evolve as far as improving and understanding the game or games. Coaching basketball was so fun, and then baseball, and then when you kind of get like you step back and just sit in the stands, man, there's nothing like it. So I feel bad that you're missing out on that, especially since you had a taste of it and you know how fun or good it was. So that sucks. Donald Alan Taylor, your review was one of your best ones. The way you handled the whole Henry thing with the friends showing up, fantastic. Also, bittersweet, right? Your kids growing up. One of the best things about this Friday Night Video Fights is getting everyone's updates on life and the kids. And it brings me back to times with my kids. I remember dropping off Alex to Lauren's house one day. And Alex, it seems like a lifetime ago, was always my right hand man. And, kids look up to you and you're like a superhero in their eyes, and then one day you're just not. But I remember dropping him off to Lauren's house. That was his girlfriend at the time. And, the hoodie part of Rome. And there were so many. Oh, I gotta get back to Don about something. There were so many just different looking people, whether they were black or white. They just acted different, and it felt like it was such a different vibe than we grew up in, and how I rose my kids. And I felt like I was dropping him off into a cesspool of, oof, that could be a bad decision. I remember dropping him off. He was probably 13. I remember driving home like with a tear in my eye. Like, I just dropped off my dude to these different people. And I don't mean that to be racist, because there was black and white, but it was just like a dangerous fucking feeling. But I knew Joyce, and like I had everyone's number, so like I felt like it was a tough decision. But anyways, I'm getting way off track there. Don, your story about your exam was fantastic. I didn't know you've never had one. I think I've had 7. And I guess you're right about it's kind of like old school testing for the prostate, because I think I had a urine test in December, and I think they checked my prostate through that. Does that sound right? Good lord, you're a fat fuck. And so that was fantastic. And the thing that made me laugh, when you talk about your friends in college listening to those soulful sounds of like Al Green or Lou Rawls and whoever else it was, when you said, and the sisters would come over, is that still a thing? Do they still call black girls sisters? And I was so surprised that you, one of the most politically correct people I know, would call them sisters. It just tickled me. I don't know why. They brought over the sisters. Oh shit! That made me laugh pretty hard. So that was funny. So your review was really good. Um, what else? Anything else? Oh, the Lou Rawls song, way back in the day with me and Diane. We're probably talking 1990, the summer of 90, maybe 91. Probably the how do you say this? The prime of Diane and I, when we were both on the same level as far as interest in each other. Because it was all me first, and then it was like even, and then it was her. Like, I wasn't really interested anymore. But anyways, we were hanging out at Sandy's house with Jimmy, Lori, and it must have been Rick, Lori's first husband, Rick. Pretty sure it was. And we were playing some kind of board game or cards, right? How about that lifestyle? Before there was phone and internet, we just sat around in Sandy's house playing cards. I think it must have been cards. But I don't know why I did this. I must have heard that song, that Lou Rawls song somewheres. I remember singing to Diane, because she was always like, she's always been this like, we're so different. All just loud and tried to be bold and shit. And she probably said something borderline disrespectful to me. And I remember singing that song of "You'll Never Find," and I remember, and I got to "Another Love Like," and I remember Sandy just laughing her ass off, and Lori too. So I always remember me singing that song to her. But and so that was funny. And Jay, you're right. That Lou Rawls voice, holy fuck, god damn, shit is good. What else? Anything else? Oh, Don. Obviously, the games are over now. You want me to predict who you thought you would want in the Super Bowl? I think that's pretty easy. If I'm wrong, I'm not going to be happy. Obviously, the games are done now, and I was going to say that you would have wanted to see the Bills versus the Lions. So I will know if you watched this video, especially to this point, if you can confirm me being right or wrong. You would have wanted Bills versus Lions. Those football games this weekend were good. Yeah, they were good. And I don't know. I'm really not into those championship games. I will be next Sunday, but yeah, yeah. Oh, last thing is Dad has learned how to send me little TikTok, Facebook, 10, 15, 20-second videos on Messenger now, so that's good. I got every day I get 2 or 3 videos from Dad that obviously he finds hilarious, which I send to Don sometimes too, so I get it, but it's all the time now. But I feel like Dad is just so far behind the times as far as what's funny and text etiquette. So I'm kind of gotta let him get through it. So, but I do feel obligated to respond to every video now. Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, whatever. Uh, Last thing I'm gonna say is, do I want to say this? Yeah, fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Uh, I hope this. I hope the AJ thing. Hope this gets back on track soon. I feel like he put things off last week, a few days in a row with different excuses, and now he has a quote unquote injury. Eh, Don's skeptical on a lot of shit, and I'm skeptical of people. So hopefully, hope it gets you get well soon, AJ. Hope you. It's whatever. It is what it is. Uh, that's all. I hope things are back on track soon, and he's getting the job done. And that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys have a good week, and sorry for the delay. Assalamu alaikum.